Hi loves! Good to see you all again here today. I hope everyone is doing well and healthy in these trying times. For the newcomers on this channel, a big warm welcome to all of you as well. First up, I thought for sure that an investigators report segment will come out on this channel like about a few days ago, so I was getting a little worried, so I went to the studio and saw that the gators had passed out with neon paint all over the studio. Ooh boy, something fishy is going on. And Amy Fabian is nowhere to be seen. Like, seriously, where the heck is she?
I'm gonna get you, you evil heart stealer! You better not get away!
Anyways, let's not worry too much about that. Alright. Today I present you the second installment to my genre breakdown series, so woo! If you guys haven't seen the last video yet, basically this is a series where I take a specific artist or a group of artists fitting a certain theme, take a look at their discography, do some statistical analysis on it to determine what are the genres that they have done the most, as well as observing what makes their sounds unique from the rest. Unique is the perfect word to describe this group of artists, as today we will be taking a look at an entertainment label with a very distinct sound for themselves, woollim Entertainment. Woo! They are the label that a lot of you voted for on my last poll on my community tab, so they'll be the first label I'll cover in this series. But fret not, because there is definitely more label analysis to come on this channel. Now, before we get into this video, here is a big disclaimer. I didn't exactly cover everyone that has ever been under woollim, like all the past artists. Like, I didn't really cover them. I've only covered like the major ones. A big reason why is that I'm currently working on my final year project, as I'm in my final year of university. On top of that, I have like a massive pile of assignments and tests that start to hit me, especially during the time period when Golden Child and Drippin released their albums, as I was going to wait for them before I jump into the analysis. So that's why I didn't cover them. And also, some of the artists' discographies are kinda hard to find. So if you're a fan of any of these following artists, like I'll put up a list right on top of the screen. Right. I apologize in advance. I didn't have a lot of time to sit through a chock full of songs in this circumstance. For now, let's meet our stars of this video, which are the current active groups in the woollim lineup that are their flagship idol acts. These groups include Infinite, Lovelies, Golden Child, Rocket Punch, and Drippin. I'll also be taking a look at their solo and unit endeavors as well. As for my last video, I'll be taking a look at every major album and single release the artist had, as well as miscellaneous releases such as OSTs, collaboration tracks with other artists, and songs for special events with studio releases. It is possible I might have left out some of them, but the total songs I've analyzed for this video is a pretty large enough data set. In total, I've observed a grand total of 354 songs. Yes. Yep. That's a lot. Now, had I added in woollim's past artists in this list, it would have been way longer, and my assignments and laptops are saying no to those, especially since some of the past artists like Epic High and Nell have extensive discographies. I'm not sure if I will do an extension of this genre breakdown with the past artists, especially with some other plans for this series in the way, but do let me know if you want one. You know? Like the last one, I'll not be including every song and their genres in this video, but I will put a Google Sheets link in the description for those who wanted to take a look at all the songs I've observed. I also have two sheets in the link, one sorted by artists, as we're going to look at each of them in my concluding thoughts, and by genre, as we will be going into right now. I hope you are all just as excited as I am to hop into the analysis. Yeah, last time when I said that, I was like, I was really mumble-jumbly, so I hope you're all excited to hop into the analysis. So strap on, grab a snack, grab a drink. Staying on brand, I actually had a pack of mommy noodles again, but I finished them before I even recorded, so definitely. And I also have a cup of water as always, because I'm gonna get super thirsty recording this voiceover. So just grab a snack and drink, and here we go. Whoosh. Alright, so segment number 1 is the top 10 commonly used genres. Just like the last video, I'll count down the top 10 genres that I use across the 5 groups' discographies. If there are some pie charts and statistics to be shown, I'll show them as I go, and then by the end of this segment, I'll show an overview pie chart. These are the genres with more than 4 songs used, so they'll go into this top 10. I also give some little tidbits here and there about the labels' usage of the genres and how they made it sort of unique from other songs of the same kind, as opposed to the last video where I kinda just give general descriptors of how the genres sound and feel. There's a lot of interesting discoveries I found in this research, so I hope you're excited for those. Number 10. Chill Out, Chill Hop, Folk Pop, and Folktronica with 4 songs. Kicking off this list are 4 genres that share 4 songs each. Chill Out as a genre is only used by one artist from this roster, that is Kim Sung-kyu on his solo albums. This is one of the genres that separate his solo discographies from the group, as these songs provide a nice ambiance of dreamy and wispy soundscapes. I kinda expected chill hop to be used more frequently, as it is quite the common easy listening genre these days, but I can also see why it's not used often, as it feels like an outlier to the artist's more majestic and earthy sounding natures. Nonetheless, it's still a fun genre to play around every now and again, and it makes for some pretty nice chill tunes. Folk pop and folktronica can kinda be the same genre, but I can consider folktronica to be more electronic, composition heavy than the pop counterpart. Combining folk sounding guitars and melodies into their pop and electronic music can give a more grounded feeling to those songs, and it can even turn them into some great easy listening. Definitely a friendlier approach to pop and electronic based music if you needed something a little less gritty or computerized. Number 9. A two-way tie between bubblegum pop and New Jack Swing with 5 songs. Bubblegum pop is one of the key genres in Lovely's discography, and it adds to their preppy and saccharine image. They give a burst of sugar into your system, and this form of pop music can never fail to put a smile on anyone's face. New Jack Swing has a very distinct tempo and beat usage, harkening back to songs of the 90s. This is one of the many forays into the retro sounds they have come to assimilate with a lot of their pop music. Just like bubblegum pop, this hip-hop and R&B take on swing music can never fail to put a smile on anyone's face.
She's my girl, she's my girl. 난 몰랐어 because that's all
Number 8. A four-way tie between boom bap, classical crossover, new disco, and tropical pop with 6 songs. Boom bap is a laid-back style of hip-hop music that Infinite H used to carve out their music for their unit albums. This style of music is a classic, and many Korean hip-hop acts at the time based their music around this genre of music before more trendier styles like trap and lo-fi hip-hop made their way into the scene. Epic High, who was one of the past artists of the label, also used this style of music, especially in their earlier days of their career in the 2000s. And it's one of the genres that also helped them shape their sound in the long run. The classical crossover genre is used for a lot of woollim artists' classical and iconic intros, incorporating lots of orchestral sounds to give their albums a grand and epic opening. You're definitely in for a ride when you hear one of those classical sounding pieces in an woollim album before it gets launched right into the goods. New disco, one of my absolute favorite genres. Again, I thought I would see this appear more often, but this modern take on an old genre definitely gets people nostalgic and yearning for a good time. And it also fits right in place with a lot of the discography as well. More new disco from woollim artists is all I want. Please. Tropical pop, which is pop music inspired by the summer vibes, is one that is most commonly used in their newer discographies, about 2018 and beyond, so it's definitely a fresh sound for them. It is a trendier style of music that shows no signs of stopping since its introduction to the K-pop music scene in mid-2016. So if you want some good times under the summer skies, this is the go-to genre. Number 7. Number 7. Electro-symphonic or classical electronica with 8 songs. That is a mouthful to say, oh my god. Not to be confused with classical crossover, where classical sounds are integrated in pop production. Classical electronica is where heavier electronic productions and smooth classical instrumentation blend together in harmony. It is a genre that is most commonly associated with second-generation K-pop, and no doubt Infinite is one of the main pioneers of that sound at the time, establishing themselves from the pack. Number 6. A three-way tie between electro house, electro pop, and acoustic with 10 songs. Electro house is the high-energy and high-production electronic music that has been in the discographies of many boy groups, and woollim boys are no exception to that. It is something to give you a good old kick and get you up and running with a burst of energy. Electropop is the less electronic version of electro house. Just like electro-symphonic, the module of electropop is definitely something that also harkens back to early K-pop with its grittier texture and electrifying nature. Who doesn't love a good acoustic guitar song to go with a nice cup of tea and a book? These acoustic songs give you a nice sense of home and comfort. It adds on to the earthy and grounded styles of the discographies with its wholesomeness.
Please tell me why 왜 나를 떠나갔어 널 바라보면 말문이 막혀 달콤한 너의 그 눈길에 두 볼이 불든 내 빨간 빛으로 오늘따라.
Alright everyone, let's get into the top 5. So these top 5, right? Top 5. Woo! Oh my god. Number 5. A two-way tie between funk and rock with 11 songs each. So we're getting to the top 5 and the number of songs is still pretty small. Whatever's to come has to have a huge number. Think about it. Anyways, I'm definitely pretty delighted to see funk and rock in the top 5, as they're kind of the genres I can see woollim artists doing quite a fair bit even before going into them in depth. Funk is another retro genre like new disco and new jack swing that everybody loves. You can hear flourishes of groovy bass lines in some of their songs, and it makes for some good nostalgia. As for rock, there are 3 types of rock that are being used in the label that are pop rock, soft rock, and surf rock. As far as I know, Nell and Strawberry Fields were also known for their use of rock, but especially soft rock when they were active under woollim. But I think Nell is also more of an alternative rock band. Let me know if I was wrong about that because I think they did more like alternative rock, soft rock, pop, not pop rock, maybe like pop rock, wait, not pop, rock ballad stuff. I also can't remember how that one Strawberry Fields song went, and I can't find it anymore, but I do remember searching up their songs when I saw their name come out on my research for fictional K-pop artists, and I found at least one on YouTube. I don't know where to find it anymore. I don't know if it's gone or someone deleted it, or I have to type it in Hangul to find it. I was kind of lazy to type it in Hangul. I don't know. It was kind of rock-ish but soft rock, so I think my point still stands. Nell was also definitely well known for rock, and some of their influences trickle down onto Sungkyu in some of his solo material. It's also another classic genre that can be said to be one of the label's earliest well-known music genres other than boom bap, and another genre that is to come very, very soon. Rock is also a favorite genre of mine, and I have an affinity for anything that has band instrumentation, so I'm super pleased to see it in the top 5.
빠져나갈 수 없어 넌 스페셜 날 안아주면 안 돼요 손 잡아주면 안 돼요 Can't stop me girl 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 아무것도 안 들려 안 보여 멈출 수가 없어.
Number 4. Contemporary R&B with 19 songs. Ah yes, a very familiar genre for all. Contemporary R&B is definitely a crowd favorite when it comes to easy listening genres, and people of all walks of life can enjoy it on the go. It's also a genre that is very widely used in Korean popular music, as there are many hit songs over there are of that genre. It is smooth and chill, and it makes for a pleasant listen and can be flexible in any configuration of musical composition to fit the artist's strengths.
빌리지 못한 tiny dream 멈춰선 tiny dream 그 여자는 바람둥이야 왜 그걸 모르죠 알잖아 그대 전부 연기일 뿐이야 쓰여진 대로 그냥 아니면 낮이면 추억은 상관없이 머리 위를 말라치고 비틀어치고 이 끝없는 갈증 더 투명하게 보이니까 달빛이 비출 때 그 아래 Alright, alright, 우리 사이를 어떻게 말할까 I'll be there for you, I'll be there for you 난 여기 있을게 그대로 있어 우리 비추는 sunshine 아름다워 먹구름도 피어봐.
Number 3. Synth-pop with 31 songs. So we are finally getting to the bigger numbers. Oh boy. If you're a huge fan of any of the artists under that label, you will hear tons of synth goodness in a lot of their songs, and it's even a prominent genre used in title tracks. It helps carve out their images and styles of the groups. The label's take on synth pop is basically just catchy pop tunes drowned in tons and tons of beautiful synth lines. They're sparkly and shiny. It makes you feel like you're listening to a song version of a beautiful diamond castle. But you know that castle in Barbie movies? This is the kind of thing that I envision when listening to their synth-pop songs. Just imagine that. Synth-pop is mostly used by their earlier idol groups like Infinite and Lovelyz, but you can also hear bits and bobs of it somewhere in the Golden Child discography as well, as the label songwriters can let them stay far, far away from what makes their company's idol music well known. Hoping for some nice synth goodness from their 4th generation idol groups though. How awesome and heavenly would it be for Rocket Punch or Drippin' to give the classic synth-pop a nice 4th gen spin to fit the times, yet still retain that classic vibes that woollim artists are known for. 2, dance pop with 57 songs. A little fun fact, 57 songs is also the same amount of songs on the number 1 most commonly used genres in my last genre breakdown, so whatever the number 1 on this breakdown might have to have some pretty huge numbers. I'll let you guys guess the number and genre before I get there, but for now, dance pop. Dance pop is very quintessential in modern music and of course in idol music, so it's no surprise that dance pop comes up so often in this dataset. The dance pop card for each of the groups can vary depending on their concept, but a few key motifs you'll find in any woollim dance pop tracks are 1. Triumphant bass lines, 2. Slight classical instrumentation, and 3. Tons of synth lines. Their later acts definitely have slightly different approaches to dance pop compared to Infinite and Lovelyz, with their variation being more perky and electrified. Sometimes you might hear some electric guitar here and there too. And now, for the moment of truth, the number 1 most commonly used genre is gonna knock your socks off and blow your mind times infinity. This will be the most spectacular, awesome revelation for everyone. Are you ready? Sorry, I'm trying to make it more epic, but number 1, ballad with 81 songs. 80 freaking 1. That is the new number to beat for the number 1 most common genres in videos to come. Definitely a very high number, but more importantly, ballad genres are back to claim the throne once again! Oh boy! A lot of what I can say about the use of ballads I already said in my last video, and it definitely could apply in this video as well, since ballads are like a very easy go-to genre, especially in their popular music landscape. Its slow, sentimental nature resonates very well with people from all walks of life, which makes it a very public-friendly genre. Lots of acts of any genre specification can do this genre, whether you're an idol or an indie act or just a random person with an earphone mic and Audacity installed on your computer. Totally not me, even though I don't use Audacity. I'm using my phone to record my voiceover. It is a genre that everyone has dabbled in before in one way or another. There are 4 types of ballads covered in this section. There's the classical ones with a minimalist instrumentation, usually pianos and or violins, the pop ballads with a slight pop flourish and a bit of electronics in the mix, R&B ballads with the calming, soulful nature of R&B with the sorrowful nature of ballads, and rock ballads with the band instrumentation.
이제서야 말하네요 love you
우리 함께 있던 그 공간에 스쳐 쓰러져간 뒤로 물러서
내 맘 전할 수 없어서 60초면 충분한 스토리 내 맘으로 넌 들어왔어.
Finally, here's an overview of genres in a pie chart, with the top 5 genres taking up more than half of the dataset. The other genres are just the rest of the top 10 and some other rarer genres which we'll get into in the next segment. I hope you're all keeping up with this video and are staying with me so far. Is everyone doing okay so far? Do take a pause if you need to, because this video might get really long. Alright, I'll let you guys pause for a bit right now because, I mean, I don't know how long this voiceover got right now. 12 minutes, okay. I mean, after editing it might be longer, I guess. How's everyone's day doing? Are y'all doing well? What do you guys eat just now? Let me know. I don't know. If you're all cool, then let's move on to the next segment. Here we go. Alright, so let's meet some of their more adventurous sides. Sometimes they do explore some interesting genres here and there. Might be out of the usual for them, but hey, they make it work. These are the songs with 3 or less songs used per genre. If you want something spicy or want to see something that might be more of your speed even though you aren't into their more common genres of discography, this section's for you, because I love you. I'll be using 1 song per genre, even the ones with several in them. Again, you can always check the spreadsheet to see what your favorite song genres are.
할 수만 있다면
너에게 고백 아무 말 못해 너는 나의 작은 연인 너는 나의 귀여운 작은
Just can't let you go 진짜 쓰러질 때도 I wanna be you 네가 미치지 않고서야 어디 아프지 않고서야
있잖아 내가 나 지금 좋아한다고 나 지금 말해버리면 넌 어떡할래
Would you be my girlfriend? Would you be my 떨리는 눈빛 말투에 탄 표정까지도 알잖아 너만
기억 속 널 삼킨다 We be a ten, we be a ten 너를 잊는다 예뻐요 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 예뻐요
It's okay 지친 기분 잠시 나가도 돼 And can you smile 네가 원하잖아 네가 바라잖아 Without you Without you 꽉 잡아 우린 미친 속도로 빛바라는 시간 속으로 간절히 바랍니다 모두 다 좋습니다 Okay, I will
It's over I found myself 이미 반쯤 끝났어 정해주세요
넌 모를 거야 내가 변했어 정말 넌 모를 거야 전혀 다른 말투 I don't need that love, oh yeah Sorry I ain't got no time Cause I'm falling in love this beat 그 여자들은 다 됐어 난 너무 바쁜 조금이라도 위치 가까워진다면 절대로 don't stop it Don't stop it 이대로 만족할 수 없어 진짜 내
불꽃처럼 펼쳐가 I need your love
Alright, so these are some of the songs where I can't seem to pinpoint out exactly what other genres of the songs or know what genre it is at all, and it's definitely more open to interpretation by some of you watching this. Compared to the last video where there's definitely I think there's 12 songs of the undefined category, in this data set there are 6 songs of that nature, where it's like hybrid genres or undefinite genres, so definitely shows that a song can't be defined with only one genre. songs that I can't pinpoint out exactly what genres those are, nor do I know the proper names for them, so if any of you do know, please let me know in the comments, please. I have a lot of love for woollim's groups, as their music not only speaks to my soul, but the talents are the ones that I've always admired. One of my first ultimate boy groups in K-pop is under this label in fact, and they are Infinite. The Chaser is a big push for me into the K-pop world, and even though I had known and liked the K-pop prior to that, its mesmerizing production and musicality, and maybe the fact that they are the one that makes me so in love with K-pop, makes it my favorite K-pop song of all time. And I don't think anything could ever top it either, and it has a very, very special place in my heart. Infinite's music is so unlike anything I've ever heard. It's majestic and powerful and strong, a daring lead in the movie, ready to take on any challenges that head their way. Their powerful vocal talents and even powerful performance skills makes their music more substantial and soulful. Each of their music is poured with pure emotions. Their performance-heavy and dark electro dance pop songs are what they are known for the most, but they're also very capable of relaying their emotions in some very beautiful and sentimental songs. Their solo and unit music also reflects their personal styles very well, like Sungkyu's dreamy, rock and chill-infused soundscapes, Woohyun's ballad approach, Infinite H's laid-back hip-hop styles, and so forth. Very clear and very reflective of their individual styles that also works beautifully as a group. Then there's the Sisters, Lovelies, a girl group that is often overlooked by so many K-pop fans due to tunnel visioning them as just a cutesy girl group. Like seriously, why are y'all so mean to them? Like there's nothing wrong with being cute and girly, you guys. Those who are acquainted with their work and enjoy it as much as I do would know that there is hardly any group that does it like them these days. They are the pretty, flowery princess of woollim, as they make music that is dainty, charming, and delightful. Their music is dusted with synth glitters all over the place, which makes their discography so beautiful. They are very capable of vocal forward music, as their vocals are very yearnful and elegant, which makes for some very deep emotional connections even in their more upbeat stuff. Like seriously, some of their lyrics are really deep. Like go look at the lyrics of Destiny, Now We, I think, and wait, what's the other song? Like some of their other songs, like ballads and stuff like that, their lyrics are so deep. Like take a read at them. I think you'll really just blow your mind. Recently, they did reinvent their sound to be darker and eerier, but they never strayed away from their original sound, rather improving on it. It definitely sounds like something they would do just with a dark skin. You could say their recent music is just their original sound on night mode. Hey, like seriously, one day someone in woollim is just like, you know what, I'm just gonna turn on night mode for Lovely's birthday. Like, alright, night mode on. Now do your thing, girls. This reinvention not only allows their audience to grow with their music, but also gain new fans in the process. I can't wait to see where they take their sound next, and they definitely need to be given a chance by many. Golden Child is a group that just bursted into the scene a couple years ago, but already has carved out a sound for themselves. They are very capable of making youthful and bright pop music that makes you happy, as well as very gritty and dark electronic music with a very unique twist. Just like their seniors, these boys know how to sing with great emotions and sing their heart out. It makes for some impactful performances. Golden Child has experimented with very modern electronic sounds in line with current generation idol music, yet still retains a very grounded quality with their sentimental vocals and some signature sounds they have established in their early discography. They have a bright future ahead of them, and they have so much to explore and expand in their discography, and they will go very, very far. Like seriously, these boys will really go far if they continue to do what they do best. I don't really have much to say about Rocket Punch and Drippin' just yet, as they hadn't debuted for long, but from what Rocket Punch had released, they seem to be going for high energy and bright teen crush melodies that are tanging like fresh lemons. And it's definitely a newer concept for a woollim group, but I think that their addition makes for some excitement, and I know lots of newer generation stans would really enjoy their sound. I mean, who doesn't like music that makes you jump and laugh? I mean, I know I do. They have so much to look forward to, and they can take their sound to new heights in the future. As for Drippin', well, they only had released like one album. Like I think as of now they released like one album like about a week ago. So they just came out of the womb. I have not much to comment on in that regard. I feel like they're going to be more in line with 4th generation boy group sounds, utilizing more house melodies and dynamic production, but we'll just have to see when they release more stuff. They look like a very promising group, and I think they'll also go quite far. I say this for every group, but like, I think we have to believe in them, you know what I mean? Like, seriously, they're all very promising. Just give them a chance, you guys. Woollim's groups definitely have a timeless quality to them. Their music doesn't sound dated, and they're fresh and evergreen even years later. Many people don't acknowledge how great their discographies are, as I see them being left out of the conversation often, but from what we have observed earlier, they are very capable of doing nuanced pop music fit for anyone with amazing vocal capabilities. Their images are friendly and approachable for anyone too. More people should really get to know how amazing they are, whether new or old, or whether they, like, even like artists that left the company or like are still in the company, people should really get to know them, and that they can even make the best gateways for anyone looking to get into K-pop without being too intimidated by the flashiness that is being portrayed often in other popular K-pop idol music. As long as they are around, they'll continue to make timeless music and reinvent modern sounds in a grounded, classical, and elegant way. I hope you all enjoyed this video. I can't articulate my thoughts beautifully, and I can't describe their impact on the genres that they use in their grander discographies quite well, as I am not someone who is an expert in music, and also I stumble on my words way too much. But I hope any of you who are fans of the artists under the label would be very proud to stand them. You better be proud of them, as they make some amazing music. If you are new to some of these groups, maybe you want to check 1 or 2 of their songs out for yourselves, and who knows, maybe you like them, you know? And if you don't like their music, that's all good too. We all have different tastes and opinions, so there's nothing to be fighting over. Just don't bash any of the artists rudely, and we'll be all chill in the hills. You know, just don't go in the comments and say, oh my god, their music sucks. Like, don't do that. That's rude, that's mean, that's evil. Thank you so much for watching this video, everyone. Take care, and as always, be excellent to each other. Bye, loves.